These are the top 3 things that we did to achieve and maintain autoimmune remission for the last 8 years. If you are new to my channel, welcome home. I talk about all sorts of things, healthy living, making life easier in general. And so if you are somebody who has autoimmune disease, or if somebody in your household does, or possibly if you are trying to drop weight or have underlying inflammation issues, achy knees, anything like that, this can be really helpful information for you. I should say I am not a doctor, so anything that I say, be sure to run it through your own intuition first and clear it with your doctor if you feel that is necessary to do so. So back 8 years ago when my husband was released from the hospital, the doctor didn't really mention anything about autoimmune to us. We had to put those pieces together on our own. So we were seeing a lot of people who have MS, alopecia, Hashimoto's, and all sorts of different types of autoimmune diseases having success with something called the Paleo Autoimmune Protocol. And because of how desperate we were to get my husband to start feeling better, we decided to go both feet first into Paleo AIP. What this is, it's an elimination diet where you get rid of inflammatory ingredients and instead eat very nutrient-dense foods. And when you do that, it gives the body the most fighting chance it has to reduce inflammation and feel better. The idea of doing an elimination diet like this was very daunting, and we were kind of on this do we try it, do we not try it kind of limbo. We decided to go ahead and give it a try, and I'm so glad that we did. And me not having autoimmune disease, even I felt better. I dropped weight, got more energy, my digestion improved. So it was health improvement for our entire household. If you want some of my favorite AIP recipes, put your email in the link that's in the description bar below, and I will email those right out to you. So to give a quick rundown as to what is eliminated on the autoimmune protocol diet, we'll put a blog post together that has all of that information in one place, and I'll link that in the description bar below as well. One thing I wasn't expecting was how quickly diet change helped to improve my husband's symptoms. It was literally day 14 of the autoimmune protocol where he started to feel better. His first round of stool test and blood test after being on the Paleo Autoimmune Protocol showed 0 signs of active disease. And this is why I shout AIP from the rooftops, because I've seen it firsthand in him. I've seen improvements in myself. And so I had no idea how much of an impact diet actually has on more things than just how much we weigh. So that brings me to number 2, which also has a lot to do with ingredients. But this isn't ingredients that we eat. This is ingredients that we are putting on our bodies, that we're cleaning our houses with. I switched out everything that was toxic in my home. And the thing that made this easy was I incorporated essential oils into our routine. They've allowed me to switch out toxic hand soaps and cleaners and chest rubs if I need to open up my sinuses, or things I would typically grab if I needed to fall asleep at night. I can reach for essential oils to help with that, helping with emotions and season changes and immune support. And if I have muscle tension or head tension, I mean, there's literally everything that I could normally reach for. I have an essential oil replacement for it. And essential oils are pressed plants, and the good ones actually work really, really well. You certainly don't need as many as I have on that shelf there. You only need a handful of about 10 or 12 that can make a really huge impact on your health. There was a study done on breast cancer tumors, and what it showed is the vast majority of breast cancer tumors had something called parabens in them. And parabens are kind of those forever chemicals that when they get in our bodies by lotion or hand soaps or shampoo or face wash or whatever, deodorants, our bodies cannot properly flush those chemicals out, and they accumulate over time. So you think about, well, if I use deodorant one day, it's not going to hurt me. It's that daily use over time. Every single day we use deodorant. We're slathering it over our lymph nodes for 50 years, 60 years. Those chemicals can really build up in our systems. Even Mrs. Meyer's and all those different cleaner brands that you'd find at your local grocery store, you actually check them out on, there's a website called the EWG. It shows you that what you see on the marketing of the bottle is not exactly what you see inside the bottle. And even though it's a green packaging with a flower on it, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is safe for you or safe for your kids. So that's why I started reaching for good, high quality essential oils, which are allowing me then to make my own products with all natural ingredients. Don't miss the store-bought stuff at all. I actually used to work at Bath & Body Works for a number of years, which now when I think about it, I'm like, how did I even handle that? I remember that I could hear myself breathing like heavy, like there was stuff in my lungs. My acne was the worst it had ever been. I had horrible mood swings during like PMS time. I had pretty frequent headaches, frequent panic attacks. My body, I think, was giving me signs and clues that, hey, maybe this isn't the best environment for you to be working in. And now that I've been away from it for so long, it's even hard for me to walk down the cleaning aisle at the grocery store. So for us, it was one thing at a time, swapping out the laundry soap, swapping out the deodorant, swapping out the hand soap and the cleaners. Essential oils helped us do all of that. I have more information about essential oils. I'll link it below if you're interested in that. But it's crazy how much ingredients, not only from our food, but also from our personal care products and our cleaning products, impact our bodies. And it was very clear to me that I didn't realize what it was doing until after I eliminated and replaced all that stuff. So the third thing, up until about 2020, was in our society seeming like such an afterthought. And now I feel like it's becoming more of a forefront thing, and it's reducing stress. And I feel like finally, just now in 2023, when I'm filming this, collectively, after everything that we went through 2020 and all of that, mental health, I feel like, is starting to become more of a recognized priority that it should have been up until this point and just wasn't, and then it was forced on us. So now here we are. But I do feel like stress reduction was something that really helped. So what that looked like for us, at least early on, was taking slow walks outside in the sun, being very mindful as to what we watched from TV or movies or news or social media. And there's lots of different ways that somebody can do this, be it cold therapy, be it trauma release exercises, general exercise. There's just a lot of different things that you can do. But I think it's the most important thing is actually implementing something that can help with reducing stress. So there you have it, my friends. Those are my top 3 things that we did to help achieve and maintain autoimmune remission for the last 8 years. And again, somebody not having autoimmune disease, I also implementing these things that has helped me just feel overall better. And I want to encourage you, if you have any inflammation, anything going on in your world as well, consider the autoimmune protocol, consider cutting out the toxins in your products, in your personal care, and your cleaners, and all of those things, and reducing your stress, because they can make a huge impact on your quality of life. All the different resources I talked about will be linked in the description bar below. Be sure to check all of those out, and I will continue to share about the different tips and tricks and things that I come across along the way that help our lives to be a little bit easier, and I hope that they will help you too. If you haven't already and you'd like to, hit that button down below, subscribe so you never miss a new video. Remission is possible. I'll see you all soon. Ciao.